Hi, it's Kim from Apostrophe S, and in this video I'll be showing you our holidays add-on for the kit Sweet Memories. So if you remember, Sweet Memories is this kit. We've showed you that before, but this video that I'm showing you is for these 3 new add-ons that will get you ready for October, November, and December. So you can see we just replace in our home the pumpkin for October and this really cute little turkey for November, and a gift of course for December. So the blocks, the H-O-M-E, the H-Cupcake-M-E I guess, is the Sweet Memories base kit. So these aren't included, but the holidays kit includes these 3, and they're so cute. It's a great way to keep your blocks out all year and then just swap these in to make it match your holiday decor and get really seasonal and festive. So let me show you your kit. You will get blocks. The turkey comes with 2 blocks. The other ones are just 1. You'll also have a file for sanding down your edges and 2 paintbrushes. And here we go. And then you're going to get a whole bunch of papers and tags, ribbons, trim, templates to make all of the cute designs and decorations on your little blocks. Now what you'll need from home, a paper plate to use as a like a paint palette. You'll need a pencil and some scissors, keep mine right there, and hot glue. And then we have our Mod Podge and our paint that's left over from that Sweet Memories base kit, so we'll be using those as well. So to get started, our first step is just to paint the outside edges of your blocks. I'll show you on my little pumpkin. We just painted the outside edges. I didn't worry about the back. It's probably not going to be seen. If you're displaying it in a place where it will be seen, go ahead and paint all the way around. And you can leave the front wide open because paper will cover the whole thing. I like to do the edge just barely around the corner in case my papers are cut just a little bit too small. Then I see the brown paint showing through rather than the wood. So go ahead and do that with all of your blocks and let them dry, and then our next step will be to cut out the papers. So I'm going to demonstrate that on our Christmas present here. So it's pretty simple. You just want to make sure, because this isn't symmetrical, if you just trace this, it won't necessarily add up or match up on this side. So make sure you have the front side where you want it. And then I like to trace on the back side of the paper. So I lined mine up, and now I just trace on the back side. Just go all the way around. And now you know where to cut. And I like cutting just inside my pencil line since it's a little bit larger than the block. And now this one is a little bit different because in our, let me show you this block. The finished block, the ribbon goes all the way down the front of your package. So you'll have to freehand it just a little bit, and I'll show you that. I like to line up the bottom right here and then flip it over, and then I'll trace out my bow that's on the top. Just like that. That pencil in that little crevice right there. Okay, so now I've got my outline. What you're going to do now is either freehand, just draw straight down, or if you're like me, a straight edge is kind of helpful. So you can just use your straight edge. For some reason I can't draw straight lines. I don't know what's wrong with me. But just use your straight edge and draw straight down. And that will give you the right look that you're going to need for this. Okay, so once you cut out all of your papers, and also for the turkey cut out your little beak, and still not sure what this is called. We think it's a snood or a waddle, we're not sure, but that little gobbly thing that goes on the turkeys. Cut those out using your templates. and cut out all of your other shapes that you'll need. And then our next step is just to adhere it with Mod Podge. And Mod Podge is so easy to work with. I'm going to demonstrate on my pumpkin here. I love working with Mod Podge. It's pretty forgiving. So I've got my pieces all cut out. You don't need a lot of this, just a thin layer is perfect. That's really all you need. And then, yeah, I want my stem to go on first. Just while you still have a little bit of give, and the Mod Podge is still wet, you just kind of wiggle it into where you want it. And then I apply a little bit of pressure, just trying to smooth out any air bubbles that I might have. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get your glue on your pumpkin. And you don't need a lot, but you do need to cover all of your edges. A nice thin layer. And then get your pumpkin on. And then I like to just put enough pressure to get any bubbles that might be there out. And that's really all that Mod Podge takes. It's so easy to work with. Now, once you've got that all glued down and it's where you like it, you'll use your file and you're going to sand down any of these edges. If you didn't trim it quite right and it's overlapping the edge, you'll want to sand that down or file it down. And this works really, really well. Just file down along the side. And one thing that I really like, not just that it makes it flush and even with the wood piece, but I like seeing the white core of the paper come through. I just think it gives it a nice finished look. I love that. It's really subtle, but it makes a difference. It's one of those things that you don't notice right away, but it'll make a difference between blocks that are sanded and blocks that aren't. Okay, so you'll go ahead and do that on all of your pieces. There's my pumpkin. The turkey is just about the same, and then the feathers will look like that. So you'll trace out each individual feather, glue them on, and this space will just stay blank. And for your gift, you'll do the same with this one, just layer on top the glittery, sparkly paper. Just like that. Easy. Okay, now we just have finishing touches. So for the pumpkin, all that is this ribbon. We'll tie it into a knot. Like that. And let it dangle. It's very, very cute. And that one is already done. For your gift, we have included a tag and some twine. And I just did a slip knot on this. And we'll tie that around the base of the bow. And I like giving it a little bit of space right there so it can kind of dangle. You could write something cute on that tag, and that one's good. Now for your turkey, you're going to make the face. So using the pieces that you cut out, there's that, and your beak, we'll just adhere those on. So let me get my Mod Podge back out. So just put a little bit there. There we go. Again, not sure what this is called. A snood, a waddle, something like that. It's that turkey thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, so that's alright. And now I'm going to peel off this sticky. And it's got foam in the middle so it lifts things up a bit. Put that on the back of my beak. Oops. There we go. So when I put my beak down, it has more dimension to it. It pops up just a little bit. Very fun. And then my eyes. And these are just sticky backed too, so it's really, really easy to put together. Got my little eyes. And my turkey has a cute little face. Easy. Alright, now the last part, we need to get these pieces adhered together. You want to be careful here because the feathers extend below. If you see, you can see a little bit of space right there. They extend below the center of this. And so if you lined up your turkey here, these feathers would actually be below it and it would push your turkey forward instead of standing up flat. So easy thing to fix, you just line it up flat against your table, like that. I flipped it on the back side and then I draw a straight line right here. So I know I don't want the wings to go underneath that line. Then I grab my hot glue, right side perhaps. Get that on. Get it all centered where you want it. Okay. And there you have it. You've got seasonal decor now for October, November, and December with the holidays kit. And you're good to go. So these are the holidays add-on kit from Apostrophe S. Make it yours.